Guess I'm taller than you again.
And I'm like tired.
Why are you so tired?
I started a new journey.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that first today. Fabian has finally figured out what he wants to do for work. Not finally, I don't mean like finally.
Well, I finally pulled the trigger on what we've
Yeah.
been talking about.
Yeah, so we've been talking about a lot of things, and Fabian has decided on what he's decided to do. So go ahead and give him a little hint. Yeah. He wants to be a firefighter. Yay!
So yeah, I started my courses yesterday, and it's a lot of fun. I felt at home right there. Everyone's freaking cool. It's just like a giant family, and you're only in class. You're not even a firefighter yet.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine how amazing it's gonna be once I'm starting.
Yeah, so he's just taking 2 classes, which are his prerequisites before he starts firefighting school. Academy. EMT.
Before EMT, you have to take those before EMT, and then EMT, and then academy, and then work.
Okay, he knows better than I do.
Yeah.
But yes, so he started his journey.
So that should be a lot of fun.
Yes, and you just started on Monday. Today's Tuesday. You just started on Monday, so yay, I'm proud of you. We've been like talking about things we've been talking about things that he was gonna like do for months. And
there was a lot on the table.
It's just the thing was like my parents were giving him suggestions, like everyone was giving him suggestions. Everyone was saying like, oh, I like this job. And
no, you should do this. No, you should do that. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Do this, do that.
A lot of things like, Fabian were excited about. Like a lot of them didn't like fit with our lives, and so we decided that this one fit. And he's really excited about it, right?
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like firefighting?
Yeah.
It's like when you grow up, you know, like firefighters save kittens from trees, so you know, you just grow up.
Or even better than that, even better than kittens.
There's more that they do than just kittens.
But yes.
Stop fires.
But yeah, I'm proud of you.
Thank
Anyways,
you.
that's just to start off. But what we're really here to talk about today is a little bit of a steamy topic. So if you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about postpartum intimacy, sexual activities, and pretty
do's and don'ts.
Pretty much our experience and just kind of advice.
I'm going to be talking straight to you guys.
Yes, so our experience and also advice that we have to give. So we decided that we were going to start from the beginning. So I kind of wrote notes here so I wouldn't like forget anything. So if I'm like looking down, I'm referring to my phone, my notes. You're not allowed to have a sex after you give birth to your baby or babies until like 4 to 6 weeks. I was 6 weeks because I was a C-section.
That's recommended by the doctors.
Doctor, yes.
And you have to follow it.
Yeah.
A lot of times after birth, women are, depending on the size of the baby, sometimes they have to cut down there so that the baby can have more space to come out. And
yeah.
I mean, the procedure of recovery is even longer when that happens.
Yeah, so you're really messed up down there anyways, typically, so I don't even know why you would want to have sex anytime before that, But
yeah, it's at least 6 weeks. Sometimes it could be more than that. It could be 2 months or 3 months. Just depends on the...
I mean, those are for, like, rare cases.
Rare,
like,
but
average
3 months
is,
is...
like... Average is 4 to
6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks.
I'd wait 6 weeks, period, because you don't want to go back to the hospital.
But 6 weeks is for C-section, 4 weeks is typically for vaginal birth.
Yeah.
So, anyways. You get it now. You get it now. So, my waiting time was 6 weeks. I had a C-section. But I also had complications with my C-section. I had a lot of complications during, after I gave birth to my babies. And so I think I should have waited a little longer than 6 weeks, because you remember what our experience was the first time we had sex?
It was scary.
It wasn't only, it was really scary for me, because honestly I thought that something like traumatic was going to happen, but it was also really bad. It was really bad because it like really hurt very badly. I think it's due to my extra complications that I had after I gave birth to my kids.
I just really want to say why it was so bad.
We don't want to tell you guys yet. That's going to be a whole separate video. It's going to be crazy. But
Life or death video.
Anyways, I just had extra complications, so I wish I waited a little bit longer. I think we didn't try again until like 2 weeks after that.
No, more.
Really?
It's like a month or two. Month and a half,
like
yeah.
No, like 2 weeks.
No, it was like a month.
Okay, whatever. But anyways.
I would remember.
Anyways. Okay, anyways, yeah, so I wish I had waited longer because it really hurt really bad. And, like, I don't know about, like, your incisions, but my incision, from, my C-section, it takes, like, everyone ranges on how long it hurts you, but mine still hurt really badly after 6 weeks. And I don't think it stopped hurting, like, if I put pressure on it for, like, I think probably at 6 months I stopped feeling it when I put pressure on it. So it really hurt that long. And, like, you know, if you're having sex and it's putting pressure on that area of your body, it really didn't feel good. It really hurt. But anyways, yes. So, I mean, just obviously listen to your body. If you have a C-section, I'm pretty sure it's worse, because you have to also take into consideration you went to a major surgery, so like you were like cut open. So it takes a bit for not only that part of your body to heal, but for from the outside for it to heal, but also from the inside for it to heal. So like you don't want to just like jump into it, because I'm going to assure you that it's probably going to hurt. Like it hurt me, and I waited 6 weeks. And then after that, I waited a couple more weeks, like Fabian said.
I say just wait the recommended and then wait another week. At least one more week.
Just listen to your body. I mean, everyone's different. Everyone's different.
If you don't feel confident, don't let your desire for it overcome it, because you could really hurt yourself and end up in the hospital again.
Yeah.
Badly.
Another thing that was like, okay, not only did it hurt, but it was hard to have sex because I just like didn't want to. Not only because it hurt and because I was scared, but because I was breastfeeding and
we were extremely tired from twins.
Yeah, extremely sleep deprived. My hormones were used to having twins in my body, and then it made a jump to not having twins, and was still like holding on to like weird hormones because I was breastfeeding. So my body hormones were just all over the place. Yeah, so breastfeeding was like really hard because like what a lot of people don't know, there's more to breastfeeding than just like sticking your baby on your boob and they eat from it. It's so much harder than that. So my struggle was that my babies were in their NICU, so they were right away given the bottle. A baby's gonna prefer a bottle over the breast because the bottle's easier to draw milk from. So they were pretty lazy babies, but I mean, you can give them a break though because they were NICU babies, they were preemies. So they just wanted something easy. So I had to pump like the whole like
every 2-3 hours.
The whole time I breastfed them, which was like 5 to 6 months, I pumped. So I was never met by like a lactation consultant to show me like how it works. There's different flange sizes, the part that cups to your nipple and pulls the nipple and the milk out. So I had cuts. I had like freaking lumps that hurt very badly from not drawing out enough milk, and I just didn't want anyone up here because it hurt so bad, because like it would just be bleeding and it would just be cutting and it would just hurt all the time.
Yeah, she never really got used to it, and it would always hurt her.
It would always
really
hurt.
bad.
Like even to this day, like it still is like pretty sensitive. So I just didn't want I didn't want to take off any of my clothing up here because it was holding those babies in, and it was holding the milk in as much as possible. And the crappy thing about having sex is that when you are horny, like it draws out more milk. So like I was just like, no, I don't want to make a mess. Like it's, oh gosh, breastfeeding was the worst. And I had twins, so I had like double the milk supply. So it just was like a lot of stuff in here that I didn't want to like deal with. So
yeah, the flow of the milk had a lot to do with her hormones and how she was feeling. Because your body naturally, like her body, when she would hear babies cry, would just all of a sudden start squirting milk.
My baby started crying, milk.
She would hear a baby and boom, milk would just fly out. So you just never knew. And this was
literally like every 2 hours. Just all of a sudden, just like it's just dripping out like a faucet that you leave running. It's just like drip, 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 drip. Like.
And sometimes like straight to your face.
Yeah, sometimes it'll squirt out too if there's a lot up in there. So. It's just like, I had that to worry about. I was sleep deprived. It was hurting. Like, I just didn't feel like doing anything sexually, you know?
It was really tough. Yeah, it was tough because I wasn't at the same level as her. And I was still trying to figure out, like, why does she, like, avoid me? Why does she, like, ignore me. You know, it's just I mean, we're young.
Like if you're a
We're
man
teen
and
parents.
yeah, if you're like not only a man, I guess a woman too. Like if you see your partner struggling because they're like the ones breastfeeding, or like they're the ones like I guess the main caretaker to the baby or babies, like just cut them some slack because they're going through a lot, and on top of that, they could be going through postpartum depression or anxiety. They're like super tired. Like the biggest thing was being tired, like exhausted.
And this is where I'm gonna talk straight to you, man. I strongly suggest that you guys stick with your girl because she needs you. She's going through all of this because of you.
Because of you.
You did this to her, you know? And in some cases, a very small amount, maybe a handful of men, just don't make it. They don't survive, and they go out and look for it elsewhere.
Yeah, because it's hard raising a baby. Like people
And
don't realize how hard it is, especially in the first few months.
And you don't want to be that guy. Trust me.
Yeah.
You have a family now. Especially if you have girls. I have 2 girls. I have identical twins. And it's like, if you think about it, would you want some guy later on down the road to do that to your daughter? Mm-hmm. No, you wouldn't. You'd probably kill him. You know? So you have to think of all that now. Like, you're a father figure now. Mm-hmm. You are a role model now.
A role model to your kids, but also, like, the main caretaker to the baby is struggling, so she just really needs like your extra support.
Mm-hmm. So I really suggest that you guys just battle it out and stick with your woman and be faithful. Mm-hmm. Be faithful, be understanding, be patient, and most of all, be loving towards her. She's gonna get crazy on you.
Okay, thanks.
She's gonna yell at you. And you're not gonna understand that at the moment. But you have to relax and you have to rewind a little bit and understand her. Yeah. Because it's not like when you first met her, she wasn't going through all that, right? She was the most beautiful girl, and that's why you decided to be with her. And next thing you know, her hormones change. It's all hormonal imbalance at the moment. Doesn't mean it lasts forever. It could last for 6 months. It could last for 8 months. It could last for a year. It's gonna be a crazy year. It's gonna be that crazy amount of time. But it's going to show how strong you really are and how worth it you really are if you stick through that. Because the best time comes after. Once she's fine, once the babies are fine. Those are just the most beautiful moments you spend as a family together. That's just my experience.
That's good, babe.
And I really hope you guys can that's just like me pouring out my heart to you guys, because I really want you guys to understand what it's like.
I want these families to succeed.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, I grew up with both of my parents. I don't know what it's like to grow up with a home where parents separate, and I know it's tough, but I really wish no kid can experience that. I mean, it's hard to really ask for that because things happen, but I just wish no kid would ever feel that. And you guys just need to be strong, faithful, and yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say.
Yeah, good point, baby. But back to the sex part. So this is like something I need to stress to you guys. I would really suggest putting yourself on birth control ASAP if you're not trying to have a kid within the next year, because you see a lot of people around where they have kids that like look exactly the same age, but one's like probably like 9 months older. There's a reason to that. It's very, very easy for you to get pregnant again if you start having sex right after having your baby. Like it's very, very likely for you to have a baby right after. So if you want to prevent that and not be one of those people, which is fine, totally cool. A lot of people want that. A lot of people want that.
A lot of people wait so long just to have 3, 4, 5 kids in a row.
Yeah, in a row.
And then done.
Some people have them all in a row, but if you don't want to be that person, like we didn't want to be those people because we just had twins. We didn't need another one right away. But just get on birth control. Use some type of contraceptive. Condoms all the time, whatever you like to do. I just would really suggest doing it.
But be mindful that it's a huge possibility.
Yeah.
It can happen.
It happens a lot. If there's anything else I can say about sex postpartum, intimacy postpartum, just understand, like, your woman is going through a lot. So if they don't want to cuddle with you, it's just understand. It's gonna go away. She's gonna stop being like, don't touch me. Like, she doesn't want that. Just understand. Be understanding. It's not you. It's just she's exhausted. And if you do want to have sex with your partner and the one that gave birth to the baby is ready, I would suggest like planning ahead, like planning a time to do it, because if you're gonna wait until like
your whole life is a schedule now, so put it on a schedule.
If you're gonna wait until right before you guys go to sleep because you guys are in bed and you're just like feeling it and wanting it, there's probably a 2% chance she'll actually do it, because she's going to bed to sleep finally. She's exhausted.
Because she has to be back up in 3 hours.
That only has one purpose to use. It's to sleep at this point. So plan ahead, because there's a very good chance you will be rejected because she's trying to sleep.
And don't get upset.
And try not to get upset. And it's gonna go away, and she's gonna become more normal in the way that she was before. But just like give her some time, give her a few months.
Give her some slack.
Yes. So just be there for her.
It's not that hard.
She just needs you.
It's really not that hard, and it's really beautiful once like that stage goes by, because now it's like, hey, let's go out. Let's go on we just went on a little family trip with Papa and the twins, and it was nice, and you just like enjoy yourself. Like, those are the moments that some people just don't get to experience, and I really wish everyone does, because those are the most beautiful times of a family's life, young family's life, and any family's life in general, but in our case, young family life. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. Okay, so thank you for coming back to our video. I hope that we helped you guys out. You look weird being so much shorter than me. We're sitting on 2 different length chairs right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions about like intimacy and like, this was just our experience. Everyone's experience is different.
We went straight therapist on them today.
Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. If you like this video, comment down below. If you have any more video suggestions, comment down below. And thank you for coming back to our video.
Anyways. Best. Love you guys. Thank you for another video, all our subscribers. And I'm sorry, I'm still tired.
I'm trying to come up with things to say. But anyways, yes, thank you. We're gonna leave now. Bye.
Bye.